Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships, but in this case I'm going to be borrowing from the many jingles here and calling this a game of throws. Yeah, I know. So, first and foremost here, it's Tears of the Desert. It's a fairly standard battle. This is going to be a Tier 7 battle. But in this case, I want you not to look at what's happening on my screen. Oh, no. The center of the screen is just pad filler. Don't look at that. Don't worry about that. Okay? No. What I want you to do is watch the mini-map and look for a particular destroyer. You'll know which one it is because you'll see that he kind of stays forever in the middle of the map. And he's going to be the one who majorly throws this entire thing, because he started throwing from the beginning. Now, you may say, well, that's a little bit harsh now, isn't it? Oh, buddy, you don't know. You don't know what I know. This was a very winnable game. It was gonna be a little bit difficult here at the end, or there at the end. It was gonna be a little bit, it definitely wasn't impossible. Up here it comes from my port side. That's right. It's our good friend. Now, let's talk a little bit here about who the heck is this ship. I guess since we do have nothing to look at just for a moment. Well, it's the Apollo Emilio. It's again Tier 7 Italian. What do you need to know about the Apollo Emilio? This is a very, very famous destroyer here in warships, because it is known as Yellow Emilio. You've heard me mention it. You've seen what I've done in it. I know I have some Emilio reviews up, so you've seen what I've done in it. And there's going to be a little bit of that. But, as is tradition for me, I do my standard measured watch, wait, look, and make your decisions in the moment. And we see decisions that will come up later. I'm gonna have to deal with that Iowa sometime this week. We'll figure it out. Although that suspicious smoke screen was a real worry for a second there. And then that was the hello there. I don't think he noticed me in time to do that, so like yeah, things were a little bit interesting. Oh, our fearless leaders, torpedo here are coming in. Figured it out yet? By the way, yes, this IO was staring at me, and I was debating, do I go backwards or not? Yes, that's right, the Kagero. Yes, that's who's going to be our fearless protagonist really here today. Watch the mini-map, because currently he is right at the top of D, our cap. He's right at the top of our cap and is slowly working his way southwards. Just watch. Alright? Seriously, don't watch my screen. Don't watch what's most of the screen. Watch the mini-map. That's the more interesting thing. Because you'll see, yeah, this is all that kill is going to be his only kill, by the way. Sin, that's fine. Not every tiny Japanese torpedo destroyer needs to, you know, kill half the enemy team and then, you know, roll around on battleships never being seen. And I agree, not every single one, but you know what I at least say that you should be doing in a destroyer? You should at least be trying. So, you know, find the enemy for your battleships and your cruisers and your gunboat destroyers, because, well, gunboat destroyers aren't exactly known for having the longest range torpedoes or the hardest hitting torpedoes, or in general, you know, having enough health to sneak in and out. They have more health than, you know, your standard torpedo destroyer, but still, my point still stands, of not exactly the best, but not exactly the worst. And yeah, they're stealthier than the cruisers, but that's not by much. Hell, some of them are about as good in hiding as a cruiser. Specifically, I'm looking at you, Khabarovsk. Their 7 kilometer with their 7 kilometer fitted detection range. It's normally a little bit worse, but I've got mine down to 7 without a camo. Yeah. With the camo though, I'm as stealthy as the Palomilo here. Which I guess let's continue talking about it because we have nothing else to do for a little bit. Palomilo. This thing is fast, fairly fast. Standard is about 42 knots, which is blistering. With the engine boost though, and if I spec for speed, genuinely, I could easily break 50 knots here. Hands down easy. Let's actually focus on the fight here in front of us in the center of the screen. But just keep in mind where the Kagero is right now. Yes, he's just south. But notice I'm spotted and I can't tell. Nothing new in a Palomilio there, but the fact that I'm spotted tells me, and I know that the Iowa was going behind the island, that tells me something. And the fact that I'm spotted right here now should tell me something else. Yeah. And it was then I kind of realized, oh wait a minute. I feel slowly bad for the Iowa there. If you had it. Yes, I was slowly panicking, by the way. You couldn't tell. I couldn't fire them anyways. I kind of looked at him and he kind of looked at me and we kind of went, well, shit to each other. I mean, I had enough boom in there definitely to kill him outright, even without the assistance from my battleship over there, but hey, you know what? Have a little bit helps. Just in case. But yeah, that was interesting. Anyways, now we meet up with the Kagero, who has successfully kind of defended the cap. It was more accurate to say that whoever it was capping just had to leave for no particularly good reason, because it's a Kagero. And this guy doesn't exactly like shooting, no does he? No, he doesn't. I hope you've been keeping track of him, by the way, in the minimap this entire game, and I really do mean this, because it's going to be important later. It really is. He, I don't think, has fired his guns at all. Like, not from behind, you know, opportune cover or anything like that. No. He hasn't done anything. Very helpful. I'm starting to lay into him. I should save that for later. Back to the Palomilio. But you could see something about it when I was firing at that Iowa earlier while I was hiding behind the Fletcher smoke screen that he very generously provided. It's got a long reload. A fairly long reload. It's nearly 10.5 seconds. But the thing about the 10.5 seconds reload is that my shells do kind of hit hard. We're talking about in relation to other destroyers, but hey, unlike the standard town destroyers, the Palomilio gets true armor piercing, which is great for cruisers. I can actually penetrate the sides of cruisers, right? In certain places on mediums. That's nice. I get high explosive as standard. That's pretty good. Of course, since it's Italian, it gets the exhaust smoke generator, which is beautiful because you can hide in it as you run. It's the Italian gimmick. But yep, that's right. Yep, he decides to go backwards, away from the fight, away from, you know, the battleships that really could be using some help. I was a little bit slow on that, but then again, it's like, don't do the thing in open water immediately. Notice this entire game, if you've been watching the main bulk of the screen, I've been very much cautious in planning my next steps. You can really tell that I've been thinking, sitting down and questioning, what should I do? And that's for a very good reason. If you fire only once every 10 seconds, you want to make sure that your shots are fucking gonna count. Because they may be the last shots you ever get.
La battaglia terminerà tra 5 minuti.
There's a reason why I didn't, yeah, I was looking, do I have to change it or no?
Incrociatore nemico distrutto.
Now this is where it actually gets interesting. Yeah. I missed the one with the torpedoes, but that's fine. Yeah. By the way, notice where the whatchamacallit this is, the cargo is. On the other side of the fucking mountain.
Incrociatore nemico distrutto.
Yeah. On the other side of a fucking mountain. Congratulations, you helped Cap, but that's about it. It's tragic what happens here now. But you can see what I mean by the Apollo Amelia hits fairly hard, because I was able to easily penetrate with my arm piercing the bows of Azara. You know, that's not exactly the most difficult thing, but in a destroyer, that's kind of impressive. But here's the biggest rub. I'm trying to figure out where the heck do I think they might be now. It's like, RF is telling me some things, so it's like, that just gives me a general, they're behind me. You know, it doesn't give me the full, who, what, when, or why. Yep. To be fair, even if I turned in, it's not exactly like I'm going to be thinking. And this is where it's a game of throws. Should I have steamed northwards? Yeah, but then again, when you think that there's any moment now going to be someone capping at B, or yeah, B. I'm angry still, by the way. I'm recording this literally just after this battle. It's just frankly ridiculous. Yeah, I could add something there because not my proudest moment. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Christ. Reliving it does not help.